Real quick disclaimer, some pictures in this presentation may cause some discomfort. If you don't wish to view them, there is an audio file attached just before this of just the reading of the memoir. You do not have to watch this. I do have an audio file. I have two major passions in my life, cheerleading and hunting. I started cheerleading when I was about 4 years old, and I did it all throughout high school. That's a 15-year career. I love the sport. Yes, I say sport because cheer is a sport. And honestly, I am really good at it. I devoted my entire life to cheer. Growing up, hunting was also a major part of my life and my family dynamics. I was born into hunting, you could say. My mom, dad, and papa would go on hunts when I was little while I stayed home with my grandma. Eventually, I started going on those hunts and drew my own my junior year of high school. When I got the news that I drew, I was so unbelievably excited. I was also a little nervous too, because I was the only one in the family that drew that year, which meant that if I were to eat any game that year, it was all on me to kill. This was a lot of pressure for my first hunt, but I had my papa and my mom going with me. My dad was going to be able to make it too, and that was really exciting because I haven't seen him in 2 years. My dad is not involved in my life very much outside of hunting. Over the years, he's kept up with my shooting abilities and whether I drew. So hunting is the only thing I really have with him. You take what you can get, I guess, right? My papa is my real father figure, not my dad. He's an interesting man to say the least, not one you can describe in words. He is the type of person you have to meet to understand the way people describe him. Hunting is something I can do with everyone in my family that they will enjoy. I got the dates of my hunt around mid-June. That's when things went wrong. I looked at the dates. They were in mid-November. I texted my coach the dates of my hunt and told him this is when my hunt was going to be. I said I'm going to miss practice Monday and Tuesday depending on how my hunt goes. I may come home early or not even until Tuesday. He looked at the dates, texted me back, and said, Austin, our first competition always falls on those first few weeks of November. What are you going to do if we have a competition the weekend of your hunt? I didn't respond. I went to my mom for advice on what I should do. She said, Hunt, it sounds like you may have to choose which is more important to you. I cried myself to sleep that night. I didn't want to let down my coach or my team. The first competition is such an important one. It brings the team together and sets the scene for the rest of the season. On the other hand, I didn't want to disappoint my family. I knew how much they were counting on me to do well, and I didn't know how to choose. Either way, I lost. I tried not to think about it over the next few months until we got our competition schedule. Rob handed me the schedule, and I was writing everything down in my planner, and when I went to write Cleveland competition, it fell on the same weekend as my hunt. I told my coach, and he said, I don't know what you want to do, but I can't change the date of the comp, so just let me know. I said I will, and left the conversation at that. I sat down to try and think things through when I got home. Then it came to me. My hunt is a 5-day hunt, the first day being a Saturday. My competition is on Saturday, and we compete in the morning. The first day of a hunt is a lot of setting up camp and scouting. I can afford to miss that and not be too affected. So my dad, Papa, and Tim, who is a family friend, could go up, set up camp, and my mom could take me to the competition. I could compete, and then as soon as I'm done, head straight from the competition to camp. It was a long shot, but worth a try. I went and proposed my idea to my mom, and she said she could make it work. I told my coach I would be able to do both and explained my plan to him. He was okay with the plan. The morning of the comp came. My dad left his truck with all of my stuff packed in it for my mom to take up to the mountains, and I went to morning practice competition day, ready in the right mindset. After practice, I traveled to the competition with my flyer, Lily, and we did our very thorough morning ritual. We walked into the gym confident and ready to go. That confidence carried out through our routine. The routine was near perfect, and as soon as I stepped off the mat, my mom brought me my stuff, I'd changed, and we left. I found out later that day on my way to the mountains that we took first. We made it to camp around 5, and I was still able to scout that night hunt. My hunt was successful. Where there's a will, there's a way, I guess.